Cinema, 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 cinema. MGR சிவாஜி சார் NTR ராஜ்குமார் இவங்க இருந்த சினிமா சினிமா.
Hello friends, welcome to another week of Movie Monday. What are we going to talk about today? A topic that has been discussed for zillions of years, right from the time the Romans and the Spartans and everybody we came to know about from history books did discuss this topic. The topic is patience, persistence and perspiration. How much do we know about the movie Lagaan? We all know that Lagaan was the first sports movie that was made in India, directed by Ashutosh Govarikar. The movie changed the landscape of sports films in India. A number of movies later came on the same topic based on which Lagaan was made. However, how much do we really know about the behind the scenes making of Lagaan? How much do we really know about everything about Lagaan in terms of how the actors were casted, how did they end up identifying a place like Bhuj for shooting, Kutch for shooting, and what kind of challenges they faced and things like that. There is a documentary in Netflix called Madness in the Desert, and this particular documentary captures everything about Lagaan right from the day when Ashutosh Govarikar took a notebook and wrote what is going to be the title and what is the first line about the film. Now, what makes Madness in the Desert very interesting is Madness in the Desert offers a lot of insights for us to learn from. To start with, firstly, Amir Khan was not very convinced about the storyline at all. So, prior to Lagaan, Ashutosh Govarikar did Bazi, which did not go really well. And when he came to Amir Khan with the script of Lagaan, Amir Khan told him that this film will not work and go back and come to me with another script. 4 months later, Ashutosh came back to Amir Khan saying he has made a lot of changes to the script and he has made it better. Amir Khan did not even listen to him. He said, "No, I don't want to do this movie. Go and get something else. You wasted 4 months on a script. I'm not going to waste even 4 hours listening to what you have done to the script. Just go away," is what Amir Khan told him. But Ashutosh pleaded and requested to listen. And when Amir Khan started listening, he was spellbound. Eventually, he wanted his family members to also listen to it, including his dad, his wife back then, who was Reena Datta and others. And everybody gave a thumbs up saying that Amir Khan should do the movie. It was decided that Amir Khan won't be just an actor, but he will also be the producer for the movie. And he left all of the production related job and responsibilities to his wife Reena Datta, who had no experience in project management or production handling or anything for that matter. So the team started from there and they identified Bhuj and Kutch as the locations for the shooting. These two locations in Gujarat were not very well known to even people who lived in Mumbai. And the team started identifying locations and they asked the local people, the villagers who live there, to start building all of the homes and everything to look for things to look real, basically like the rest of the homes in the village and things like that. So that started. In the meantime, they started identifying a lot of English actors for the role, including Paul Blackthorne, Rachel Shelley and others. And one tidbit is the team actually considered Daniel Craig, our James Bond, for the role of Paul Blackthorne, the English guy who plays cricket against Amir Khan in the movie and the village. So Daniel Craig unfortunately was to be identified as James Bond, so he did not accept the offer for Lagaan. But coming back to the point, the actors started coming to India from England and they all started falling sick basically. And the assistant directors, one of the assistant directors was a doctor and she attended to them. In the meantime, Bhuj and Kutch are aviation or they were military air bases basically. So anytime a supersonic flight crosses that area, the noise will be so high. And since Lagaan was shot on sync sound, those noises cannot really get captured when the movie was made. The team ensured that the assistant directors, 3 of them, were at least 5 miles away from the shooting location to ensure no bullock carts, cars or buses or anything of that sort would be getting closer to the film location. But what can they do about supersonic jets? Nothing, right? So every time when a supersonic jet goes, the film has to be stopped for 30 minutes before they resume shooting. And similarly, they couldn't find hotels in Bhuj, so they had an apartment where all the crew members stayed, including Amir Khan and Gracie Singh, who was the heroine of the film. In order to start shooting, they decided 5 a.m. is the right time to start shooting. So which means that the crew has to leave by 4 a.m. They have to wake up, get ready, and by 5 o'clock they should be at the point where the bus comes to pick them up. Nobody was an exception. Everybody has to take the bus. No cars for the hero, heroine, nothing. Everybody takes the bus basically. And Amir Khan says there was one day when he slept a little over. He slept over, and by the time he came to the bus spot at 5:15, the bus had already gone without him. So discipline was something the crew emphasized when they actually did the shooting of Lagaan. And A.K. Hangal was the oldest actor in the set. He was 84 years old. Unfortunately, he fell down and broke his bone in the apartment. But he ensured that because of him, the shooting did not stop. So he was carried in an ambulance to the shooting spot, and he will deliver his dialogues. Not an iota of pain was shown in his face, despite the fact that he was suffering from excruciating pain during the shoot. So this is what madness in the desert teaches us. It is all about patience, persistence and perspiration. And when you have this combination, success will automatically come to you. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching this. Look forward to talking to you next week.
Cinema, 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 cinema. MGR, Shivaji, Sare, NTR, Rajkumar, Yivanga, Yirda, cinema, cinema.